Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Harry Potter Catch the Snitch is a board game based on the Quidditch matches that you're going to see in the Harry Potter universe. In particular, in the movies, this uses artwork straight from the series of movies. And what you're going to have here is a little bit of a dexterity game where the snitch will actually jump out and you can throw balls at people, and there's all kinds of dexterity part going on, but there's also hand management and set collection that's going on, where you can steal things from other people and move things around and scoring points by collecting sets, etc. So you have to kind of be thinking of a lot. Now, one of the big selling points of this game is that the snitch is going to pop up, and we kind of found it hard, like when you're doing all this hand management, and you're trying to do it fast, and people are throwing balls at you, and it's just like, there's a lot going on here. But it's a fun kids game, and kids are going to get a kick out of it. And if you can catch that snitch, you're going to get all those extra points, and it works from like a chaotic, fun aspect of the series. The components that come in it are very, very nice. The box and the snitch and all that kind of stuff works very well. In a dexterity game, you need the plastic to work. You need the toy aspect of it to work, and it definitely does here. The card game has stills from the movie, which I enjoy, and I like looking at the movie. Harry Potter fans are going to love this because it actually kind of feels like you're in the Quidditch, and you're playing these cards and these sets, and people are flying around, and the snitch is throwing, and people are throwing the bludger at you, and it's fun. It's not the most strategic of games. You know, this is a family weight game that kids are going to see on the shelf and want to buy. It comes in a nice box that holds everything together. So this is one that we've had a blast with. We're a Harry Potter family, and this one works for us. Absolute keeper. So here's Harry Potter Catch the Golden Snitch. When you buy it at the store, it'll look something like this. This will just come off and just be kind of garbage. But I wanted to save it just to kind of show you what the packaging would look like. What you're going to get instead is a box like this. And it looks like maybe something they would use for a suitcase or something. And when you open it up, you're going to see this has little indentions for everything to fit in there. You're going to have, I think these are called bludgers. This is called a quaffle, which is like a cheap plastic little ball. And then you're going to have your snitch that will be here. And you kind of set it down in here until it clicks. There you have. You're going to get your rule book, which will be here. We'll take a look at in a few minutes. Then you're going to have a bunch of cards. Now, so much you touch these cards, not the greatest quality. The artwork and the numbers on them work just well. I wish some of these cards had special powers, had it written on there. It is what it is. You have to memorize those as you're playing. But the card quality is decent at best. This has a high toy factor to it. It works really well. You'll be keeping this in the box as you're playing and grabbing this, and this will be part of the game. So everything is pretty cool. I mean, it got a lot of toy factor to it. The kids are going to like the way it looks, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. So the rulebook's going to come like this, and then you're going to open it up, and it'll have the overview, how to win. It's set up with a little bit of a picture here of setup, and kind of tells you the rules of how to play right there. And then it'll show you what each of the different sets of cards will do, how the bludger and the snitch work. Probably need less than 5 minutes to get through this. Very simple mass market type game here, but very unique also. Rulebook does a great job, believe it or not. The only letdown is the picture of the components. They don't exist, but you can easily figure out what everything is. So when the game starts, you're going to click your snitch until it sets, and you're going to have your balls there. You're going to shuffle the deck of cards and give everybody 12 cards. And once everybody has 12 cards, you're going to have 2 sets of draw piles, just so the players can have access to cards. That's all you're trying to do here. So you take your deck of 12 cards and get 5 off to be your starting hand. And you have your draw pile here. Then if you have, the game will start. If you have any sets, you can play them down. So like your beaters, you can play down. And then I would draw 2 cards to get back up to 5. Remember, you can't ever have more than 5 cards. So this one, I don't have any sets here. So maybe what I would do is I would pass one of these down to the player over here. And then I draw another card. Now, if I ever need to draw a card and the draw deck is empty, then I would draw from this deck over here. But theoretically, a player over here will be giving me cards over here, and the cards will be drafting around the table. So the cards are going to do something a little bit different. So what a keeper is going to do, it's going to allow you to grab the quaffle and put it in front of you, and at that point, nobody can steal cards from you. If the beaters are played, if you play 2 of those, you can pick up this ball and you kind of throw it at them, and softly. And if you hit them, they have to discard all of their cards and draw up. If they can swat it away and hit somebody else, you're immune. Then they will have to. But when you put it back, press all the way down, and that clicking noise will happen. I'll come back to that in a moment. And the other cards you'll have, so if you get a set of like 3 potions, you can throw those down in front of you, and those are worth 10 points at the end. Same thing with the broomsticks and stuff. So now, if you're able to get 2 of these chasers in your hand, you can throw these down, and then you can steal somebody's points, and you put your chasers on top of it, and then nobody can steal that for the rest of the game. So that's what they're going to do. Now, the other thing you can do is play seeker cards down if you have 2 of these. Now, these are going to be worth 10 points each for the sets if you're able to grab the Snitch. And what's going to happen as you put these beater cards down, this will be clicked over and over again until the Snitch pops. And then he pops, you try to catch him. If you catch the Snitch, you're the person that grabs it. Doesn't matter if it hits the table. Whoever grabs it gets 15 points, which will trigger the end of the game. And you're going to get 10 points for each seeker that you have. If you don't grab the Snitch, you will not score for the Snitch or the seekers. So to reiterate, you're going to get 15 points for the Snitch, 10 for each set of seekers in front of you if you grab the Snitch. Then the chasers will let you steal from people if they have a set of 3, which are worth 10 points each. And then the beaters during the game will allow you to pick this up and throw it at somebody. If it hits them, then they will lose their hand and have to draw back up. And then you would click that down. And then the keepers allow you to grab the quaffle, which just means nobody can steal from you. The player with the most points at the end of the game is the winner. Who should buy this game? Obviously, Harry Potter fans are going to want this. If you're a fan of Quidditch, you're going to want this. This is a no-brainer. Now, outside the Harry Potter universe, you're going to have like a chaotic, luck-filled, fast, quick, real-time type of game. This is going to set that for you. Your family's going to laugh when you play this. You're going to have a good time. And if you have that card mudging in at the table, they're going to have a good time. It's going to be hard not to get into this game because it's moving so fast and your brain is going as frantic and the kids' minds can move faster than yours and you're an old fogey and these are my own issues. Keeper for the family. I don't see a bunch of adults sitting around playing this. Maybe if they're Harry Potter fans. But for the most part, mass market, kids, that's kind of what we're going for here. And I think it nails it exactly for the intended audience. Your Harry Potter fans are going to really, really like this. Keeper for us.